You see that frosted glass effect? That blurred, premium, Apple level look where the card feels like it's floating over the background. That's one CSS property. It's called backdrop filter, and it is generally the fastest way to make any website look 10 times more expensive than it is. I'm gonna show you exactly how it works, build it from scratch live, and show you 3 real places you should be using it: cards, navbars, and models. So let's go. Okay, blank HTML file, style.css linked, live server running. Let me put in the basic boilerplate first. Alright, in CSS, standard reset, dark background, light text. Now before I show you the property, let me show you why it matters, because the before and after here is actually shocking. So here's the concept, and it's really simple once you hear it. Normal CSS filters like filter blur, they blur the element itself, the image, the div, the text, it all goes blurry. Backdrop filter is different. It blurs everything that's behind the element. The element itself stays completely sharp and readable, so when you put a semi-transparent card on top of a colorful background, instead of seeing that background all muddy and messy through the card, you see a beautifully blurred frosted version of it, like looking through frosted glass. That's it. That's the whole idea. Let's build the before and after so you actually see the difference. First, I need a background that actually shows off the effect. This property does nothing on a solid color background. You need something going on back there. I'm gonna use colored blobs with blur, like every premium site does. Position fixed so the blobs stay in place as we scroll. Inside 0 is shorthand for top, right, bottom, left, all 0. Covers the entire screen. Pointer events, none means clicks pass straight through it. We don't want the blobs blocking anything. Two blobs, one purple, one blue. Border radius 50%, makes them circles. Blur filter 80 pixels, massive blur so they turn into a soft light patches. And I'm positioning them off screen slightly so they bleed into the edges. That's the premium look. Beautiful. Now I have a background worth blurring. Now let me add the card, but without backdrop filter first. I want you to see exactly what it looks like without it. Position relatives, Z index 1. This makes sure the card sits on top of our blob layer. Important. So this is the classic glassmorphism setup. Semi-transparent background with a subtle border, white at 7% opacity, almost invisible, just a slight tint. The border at 12% opacity gives it a clean edge. Look at that. You can see the blobs through the card, but it looks muddy, messy. The purple and blue just bleed through and it's unclear. It doesn't look premium. Now watch what happens when I add 2 words. Now I'm going to add a new class to the card after, and in the CSS, that's it. Backdrop filter, blur equals 20 pixels. That's the frosted glass amount. Too low and you barely see the effect. Too high and it becomes completely opaque. 20 is the sweet spot. You see that instantly, right? The card now looks like frosted glass. Same card, same colors, same background. The only thing that changed is those 5 words. Now let me make it even better. 2 additions. First, saturate 180%. This boosts the color saturation of everything behind the card, so the purple and blue blobs don't just blur, they become richer and more vivid behind the glass. It gives it that warm premium depth you see on Apple's website. Second, WebKit backdrop filter. This is the same property, just with a prefix for Safari. Always write both. If you don't, Safari users, which is a huge chunk of your audience, see nothing, no effect, just a muddy card, 2 lines always. There it is. That's the effect. Every luxury brand website, every premium SaaS product, every Apple-inspired UI, this is how they do it. Now let me show you the most practical use of this, the glass navbar. You scroll down a page, the navbar stays fixed at the top, and as content passes behind it, it gets beautifully blurred. This is everywhere right now. Let me build it. Position fixed stays at the top as you scroll. Z index 100 sits above everything else on the page. Standard nav setup, nothing special yet. Now here's the difference from the card. The background here is dark, our dark page color at 40% opacity, so the blur has a dark tint to it. It won't wash out the content. Border bottom, a super subtle line separating the nav from the page. That 8% white border is barely visible, but it makes the nav feel defined and intentional. And then backdrop filter blur 24 pixels. Slightly more blurred than the card because a nav spans the full width and we want it to feel like a solid layer, not just a frosted panel. See that as I scroll, the content passes behind the nav and gets blurred. It stays perfectly readable. This is what makes a site feel like a real product, not just a template. Last one, and this one is quick because by now you know the pattern. Glass models, pop-ups that float over your page content. Same pattern, transparent background, subtle border, backdrop filter, but notice I swapped saturate for brightness 1.1. That 1.1 means 110% brightness, just slightly brighter than normal. It makes the model feel like it's glowing softly from behind, like light is coming through the glass, not just blur. That's the difference between a model that looks okay and one that looks like it belongs on a $10,000 agency website. Support: Chrome, Edge, Firefox, all good. Safari works too, but only with the WebKit prefix, which is why I keep saying always write both lines. If your site needs to support really old browsers, wrap it in a supports check. Browsers that don't support it, skip this block. Everyone else gets a glass effect. Safe, clean, no broken layouts. Backdrop filter. One property. Cards, navbars, models, all of them instantly look like they were built by a $500 NR design agency. The full demo file is linked below. Grab it, open it in Chrome, and start using this in your next project today. If you want more CSS properties that do this kind of work, subscribe, because that's all I do here. See you in the next one.